Hello everybody, this is Sonya, and as usual I'm not quite prepared, but I wanted to get started on something, so working on what I'm finishing. Every time I do that I think, oh, I need a drink. Okay, so I've had a little bit of a dilemma. Yesterday I was putting this together, right, to put on. Oops, got my finger caught in. I wonder it wouldn't go through there. I'm in Australia, by the way, and it's cold, but not too bad a day. Okay. Now, I'm just doing a few lightning stitches. That's what lightning stitches are. Some great big things that might stay there. My mother used to call them lightning stitches if I made any. But anyway, I'm making this, right? I'm making a pin cushion out of bits and pieces, right? Bits and pieces, scrap bits and that, so forth. I started it yesterday, and they said I was going up to town and I was going to buy myself some other things to use for it because I couldn't. And I'm just slow stitching this, and except, it's all slow stitching, but it's not going to be covered because I don't have that time to do that for you, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be because you're going to be sticking pins in it and needles, and you don't want to have too much cotton in your road. Now I can't see a what's name there. I might have took them both out. Hang on a second. I just like to get a so there it is there. It's not that far away from me. I like to get a hook and drill that back through there, save me trying to thread it up again and just make myself a knot thing, okay? So there you go. Now I haven't got this in too far, have I? I don't know, a bit further. Anyway, so I'll show you in a minute what I'm doing and tell you about what's going on, you see. So anyway, I have a sheet. Where are you? Here we go. Now, I have a magnetic sheet, right, that you buy. You can put your dies and that on there. Things stick to it. Let me see. Well, yes, it does. But when I put it in to here, which I've sewn them in there, nothing would stick to it. I was throwing stuff at it flat out, trying to get it to stick down. I don't know. I'll put that in there so I wouldn't lose the pin, the needle. That does, because these are the square ones that I showed you yesterday, right? So what I'm going to do is I've decided I'm just going to put some of them in. I don't know whether I'll bother taking the other out because I cut it into smaller squares. Did I bring them in with me? I don't think I did I? I cut them into, well, they wouldn't work, and so actually I've sewed them all in there anyway, see? I've stitched around every square and put something in it. I guess if something sticks to it, we're lucky, okay? We consider ourselves lucky. So these are the parts that, well, this won't stick, but I think it might be a bit of aluminium or something. There's not much, it could be that wire bit, could be a bit, so if you understand what I'm doing now, I'm making a pin cushion, right? And I've done the top how I like it. I'm good with that. It is a little bit raggedy, but you know, that's fun. And so I've put that, that's the top, and here's the bottom. I went round there with a blanket stitch to hold that together. I put a magnet in every one of these, even if that was just the thin pieces, because when I went to find me magnets, I found that I have these. Some of them are on a beaded thing, and these here are tiny wee little ones, but they're too small. That's not a screw, that's actually little magnets along there, and so are these. So I keep them in this tin as a rule. Got to get him off then, excuse me, sorry about that. I had a bit of water. But anyway, so this is my magnet tin, and now I've got and lost that in there. It won't be lost. Right, so I'm putting that back in there, and I'm going to put it down the drawer. I have this other too that's actually on a tape, on a double-sided tape. And because I've already done this, I'm thinking I'm not going to be bothered pulling it apart and redoing it. I'm just not going to do that. The magnets that I used are pretty heavy-duty ones. Those little ones I got are, but they're too small. I'd have to put a whole heap in there, and that's not a good idea. The other ones I use for if you want to close an envelope or something in your journal, something like that with it, okay? Now, I've got a bit of bits and pieces here on the table, but that's because of what I'm working with. And I'm here looking after this. Look, Terry, till I get it on my scarf, so that's in there. I put in the needle book because you're the lady that's got the needle book, and that's okay, so I can just remember all that. Okay, so now, I hope. So now I'm going to show you how to get to... Now, hang on a minute. I went yesterday and I wanted to buy a new something like this. And do you think there was anything like that? No way. So what I did when I come home yesterday, before I went, I'd put on some tissue. It was actually a piece of tissue, not serviette or anything. So I put some tissue on there. And then I got this braid after the tissue was dry, and I put that round, okay? Now I'm thinking, unless I'm going to be pulling on this like that, it's going to stay together because it's lasted all night. So, because I could not get anything up there like I wanted. They were really nice, but they were too helpful in some cases, and I just felt like I've got to have a tissue around here somewhere, a bit of water on it. Like I'm going to have to... Couldn't buy nothing that I wanted. I did buy this really nice one, and when I come home I said, Jeremy, look at this. I said, would you like that for a vase? He said, yes, I'll have that for a vase. So that went to him. So it was a beautiful, beautiful big glass thing with a stand on it, but it was really high anyway. It was probably, about a foot, and I just wanted this size. They were very helpful, the ladies, very helpful, and I just felt like it was... I couldn't find what I really, really wanted. I wanted this sort of thing. I wanted a boat-shaped thing, because today I was going to show you how I made the template for this, so how you can make the template for yours. This is pretty much finished to my liking. I have to put the filling in there. I don't think I brought it in with me, but when I put that onto there like that, it looks like a nice cake, doesn't it? But it is my pincushion made out of scraps, and I think he looks really jazzy. So when I do fill that, I'm going to glue this part here to the base, and that is going to be my pincushion, okay? And the pieces, if you can do your side bits, if you want to do your side bits with, because you can't really put them on there, they won't sit unless you put them on the ones that which ones did I do square? These other ones won't work, it's just not fun. These ones will, the big square ones. So, but see, maybe if I just have it facing myself like this, I can deal with that, okay? Now you can put more decoration on if you like, it's up to you what you do, but that's what I'm going to have now for my new pincushion, and I'll show you it when I fill it up and that. But I'm going to help you with how to do the... if you haven't got an already idea, like something that you want to... If you've got something that you want to turn into a pincushion, I'm going to just show you how to make your pattern for that. I might have another mouthful of water. I went to the doctor. She thinks it was my blood pressure a bit high because I've got a sinus infection as well, she thinks, She said, we look at these things first before we do anything else. I thought, oh, my neck's what's hurting me. But anyway, that's what doctors do. They know. Anyway, we'll see how I go. I don't feel too bad today. My head's not really hurting that bad, so that's good. Put the magnets back down in the place where magnets go. Where do magnets go? In here. Right. Now, there's another thing I want to try too, so we'll see if we've got to do another video for that. Well, I wanted a boat-shaped thing, and I come home with this big thing. It's big, and I just am not handling that very well, so I'm not going to do that. I'll have to use that for a bread roll or something because it's just too big. But this lady was helping me so much. And you feel bad, when they're trotting around trying to do things for you and you don't buy it. Maybe they've worked that out. I don't know. But anyhow, I need a shape. I need a shape besides a round that I can work with, and I'm sure I had something, and I was going to get hubby to get it out for me, and I forgot. And that's just the way it is, I suppose. Come on, I can get it myself, can't I? I don't drop anything. Should be right. I'll sit that there. I just seen the iron thing sitting there. I thought, oh dear, I hope I'll switch that off. This would make a really good pin cushion, but for the time being, it is where I keep my emu egg. Okay? It's where I keep my emu egg. See, that would make a snazzy pin cushion, but it is too big, right? And this is the sort of shape I want it, only a bit bigger. So, and I've had this egg for so long, the lady gave me. Maybe one day, you never know. So I'll put it here. Hope it doesn't bowl away. Seems to be pretty sturdy. It's been round and round the room for years. It's been, you know, people have been moving it, using about. This doesn't look very nice inside, but anyway, we'll see what we can do. Now, to make the template for this is really easy. When we have a piece of paper, I don't mind using this bit, it'll be good. So you can do it on paper first. So you need to have the top bit, of course, and you know what I reckon would be good to put on there, under this leg, a candle holder, you know, candlestick. Now I must have something like that I've saved up over the time, you'd think, wouldn't you? Oh, there's a bit of fluff and stuff in there. So that's the top. And this is, I'm going to have this for the base. And then the leg, I'll just use a roll, a toilet roll thingy, motorway, eh? Or one of these insides out of one of my papers here. It's got to be nearly an empty one somewhere, surely, Sonya. Anyway, I'll see. A whole roll of stuff there. But that's what I could use. That's the base. And this part here is pretty much whatever you want it to, whatever size you want it to be. Looks like I'm going to be making my own one here, doesn't it? Can you just give me a second? It's Jeremy? Jeremy? I thought I heard him out there. I know I have got one of these things. It's going to turn into a bigger project, isn't it? Maybe you didn't hear me anyway, it doesn't matter. Could I just get you to go out and... I'm on the video. Out there at the side of the chair, there's one of those... the thing that holds paper, you know, the inside of the toilet thing down the side of my chair. On the other side, near the wall. Now this is just like making something that I did years ago, isn't it, really? So I'm going to cut this out. I didn't know I was making this today, but it looks like I'm going to... Well, I'm going to show you how to do your pattern first. I don't know how that piece got out there, but it did. Now... should be right. That's the top. So if I was doing this, so that'll be the top. Hang on, I'll get this sorted and then I'll get something and show you what we're going to do with this, because this is going to make a... I'm sorry if you can't see it, I'm just cutting this out, trying to stay pretty much on the line. I don't know, he doesn't seem to be able to see that thing. I think he knows what I'm looking for, but it doesn't matter if he can't find it. I didn't have this sort of plan when I came out. I did not have this sort of plan. And now I'm going to have a piece that goes in between. So I'll need 2 pieces of this, which means 2 pieces of cardboard. Toilet one, a toilet one. Pull the paper off it. Or something, thank you. The width of this, Gee, I ended up making something that I wasn't. Hang on a second. I don't have to have this as long, I just want a width, so that's deep enough, isn't it? Let me have that. It's deep enough. Thank you. Okay. So that's fairly wide. Maybe it's too wide. Because I don't really have seams as such in that other one, do I? Maybe that's too wide. I'm going to take it down a bit further. You want enough room for the pins or the needles to go down in there and stand up. You don't want it too short because then they'll be... Who cut that, I think? If they're too short, they'll... Okay, so I've got an idea how much time I've got. If they're too short, it won't work for you, okay? I should have everything I need to do this fair here somewhere, shouldn't I? Okay. I've had another idea. Too many, Sonia, too many ideas. Not good. It's too small, isn't it? I could use this as the pin thingy. This is how we craft, isn't it, ladies? You have to come up with the ideas as you go along, don't you? Hey? See, if I used that, which is not much smaller than this anyway, let's look at that. It would be a lot easier for me to have to make one out of cardboard. I seen this young man on the internet the other day. He built himself a car out of cardboard, and he did, well, not actually a working. Well, he tried to make it like a go-kart afterwards, but he did a fantastic job. That fella, he was really, really good. It was what he was doing. I'm just trying to find a little bit bigger container. No, I don't really want a bit bigger container. That's on there. No, I think I'll use this one. But, oh goodness, look, and that could be the base. Well, I don't know. It doesn't strike me as something that precious, does it, really? Whoops. Right. No, that needs to be flat. That's too high. But if it's a pincushion sitting up on there, that'll work. I mean, it really will. If I could just find something else in here close by to me so I don't have to get out of this chair, because I'm wearing these lycra pants and they get caught on the side of the chair when I go to get out and get me stuck, and it's not a good feeling. Actually, one of these glue sticks would probably be a better thing, wouldn't it, to put in the inside of it. Okay, righto. I'm going on to something further again. Right. If you keep things like this, put my egg back in there. If you keep things like this, and just when your tape's all off there, you've got this part here. Now that's a good size for a top for a pin cushion, isn't it? But see, what you do is what I just showed you then. It was really quick, and because I don't think I won't make this one because I don't think I'm really keen on the idea. It doesn't matter if you want to, whatever you want to do, you don't have to. Well, see, this one, the thing that this is sitting on is flat, see? So what you could do, you can either make it in that bowl, in a dish or whatever, or you could make it on something that's flat and then sit on like I'm doing this. Okay, now that's as clear as mud, isn't it? But when I get the right thing, I will show you how it works, okay? So this is going to be, you'll cut out two of these, whatever sort of thing you want to do it. You can do it with felt, but I put this sort of wadding, not wadding, I kept putting, this is Pellin, and I got a big share of this the other day from Can Assist, so there's a fair bit in there, and you just put a bit of that in the back, just to give it a bit of, just stand it out a bit, you know, and all you do is then get this piece, which you could measure it like this, so we need to get twice this length, if we're making it this big, which I'd recommend you probably go down to that size, it'd be better. So you need 2 of this part here, this is your pattern, right? And it's easy to get the pattern of any shape thing, and then you just put it all onto a strip and put all the little strips along, and then you sew it together like I did this one, okay? Now, there shouldn't be anything too hard for that. I can see I've got a tin there that looks interesting. Wait a minute. I think the tin's deep enough, though, to use for a base. I think this has got hinge on it. Oh, yeah, that's got a hinge on it. Otherwise, you could use something like that and then just cover that with your fabric and put your stuffing in there and do it that way. I should probably make a few. I've made heaps of pin cushions. Heaps and heaps and heaps of them. I'm always doing pin cushions. Well, I was. I sort of don't have a lot of time now like I used to. I'm sorry, I got my head in the drawer. Well, not quite. But, so that's how I got that. Now, did not bring the filling in with me. Well, that would be a thing too, wouldn't it? I was going to put a few more decorations on this though first. I thought I might get it a little bit more jazzier. What do you reckon? Not too much. See, they stay stuck on there. That's really cool. I like that. Oh, I've got a packet of stuff here that I was looking at before this one. I like that. But you see, too, you've got a whole heap of, I'm looking for the top of this. You've got a whole heap of stuff going to be sitting on top of it anyway, haven't you? You know, so you can put a bit of something on, I suppose. Little small things or something. Let's see what I got. Just to give it a bit more, I don't know, something. Yeah. But see, you got to think now, you're going to put pins all through this, aren't you? So you need to be able to stuff the pins on, sit the pins on. I'm going to sew the bottom around here because yesterday when I did this, I didn't show you very good how it went on, okay? And I do hope I brought it in with me. Here it is, sitting in the dish. Okay, because you couldn't really see, because when I looked at that video, you couldn't really see what I was doing. Now this one has a piece of cardboard in there, but you're not going to have that because the pins are going to stop at that. Actually, they're quite deep. This is quite deep, isn't it? Yes, I'll be fishing some pins out here, I can imagine, needles, when I go to do that one day, because this is really long. This pin cushion's really deep, and that's another thing that we need to look at, that you don't want it too deep, because otherwise you won't be able to put your things in there. Your things being the pins and things. I suppose the pins won't go. Pins won't disappear because they've got little tops on them. Needles shouldn't go too far if you just poke them in there. Righto, so we can put the bottom on because we're going to put that on before we fill it in. This is not cut very round, is it? So I hope everybody's having a good day and you're doing a bit of crafting and stuff and having a bit of fun with things. When you make something, it's really good and interesting to do that, isn't it? Really interesting when you make things. Now, nice piece of thread. I know I brought that box in here because I couldn't... The cat was trying to beat me to everything, like the chair, the table. And I put it... Where did I put that box? Oh dear, oh dear. There's my tissues. Must be under there. Nope. Oh, Sonya, really? Well, I've got some others here on the table that I used yesterday or the day before, whenever I was in here. Well, I did have. Where are you, you little cotton things? Where are you? Here we go. I must say this setup in this room is amazing compared to what it used to be. So it doesn't really matter what you use to put around the bottom of this anyway, you know, because it's well, you will be able to see it a bit, so let's put something nice anyhow. I keep using cottons that you can't see, but you see that? No, you need to be able to see what I'm doing. This one, that's the idea of doing this morning. Okay, let's try this one. This is nice. This is like a wool, like a wool, a bit of a wool thing. Okay. Oh, you ladies trick me, you know, on YouTube. I go on there and I watch people and I think, oh, look at their desks, aren't they so tidy? What about me? I'm always got a mess. And then I've seen a couple of them, people showing their room to us. And it made me feel so much better that we're all the same. Now we've got to leave a space to put some stuffing in here. I keep saying stuffing, it's filling. Oh dear. You got to say the right word, Sonya. I think I told you I went into the library one day. I wanted to make a picture bigger than what it was. So I walked in there and said, I want to see if you can blow this up for me. And this man said, that's not very good. You can blow things up, he said. Oh dear. So look, I'm going to come down through this. I've got them against one another, and I've got to just make sure I'm going round. I've got it all, and then I'm just doing. It's just like just doing a blanket stitch. Well, it is. You're just hooking that round there. Just put it through, and put that up there like that. Go around there like that. There you go. And just move this along as you go, okay? And we're making it nice seam, an interesting seam sort of thing. Okay. Wish I could pause this because I've got to ask my husband to come in and get me some of that stuff from up there. It's up a bit high. I should have got that by now. I've been trying to get as much stuff close to me as I can, and I should have got some of the filling by now, but I didn't realise because it's out of my reach at the moment. I'm about 5'1" and a bit, and Jeremy's not that much taller. I suppose he's a little bit taller than me, but he's more agile than what I am, so he should be able to reach it down. Tin bags. Been through it all though, but I really want to put some of the wool one in it, some of the wool filling. Okay, so that looks good, doesn't it? Going around the bottom of there. Can you see that? There we go. They're pretty even. I mean, try to keep your stitches even. They're pretty even. He's a bit busy today. He's got planting and that he's doing and getting ready for putting the winter things in, I think. I don't know. Don't know for sure what's going on. But he's fertilising things and he's going to be pruning the roses at the end of this month or a bit further, and I told him not to dare go out there without any gloves on because I don't know how many times over the years he's gone out there and done it and then come in and said, can you get these birds out of me? They're really bad, them birds from rose bushes. They are really bad. They sting really bad. Come here, you. Yeah, so I didn't find the things that I went for yesterday. I was very confident. It didn't work. Only went to I only went to the N.S.W place because I knew that I wouldn't be able to find what I was after anywhere else because, you know, it was just something that's a specialty item, I suppose. But I think this is a soap dish. Wish we could still have garage sales. Those people do still have them, I just don't know. Bought myself a dressing table because I'm getting rid of the one that I got in my room. I don't like it. So I bought myself another one of them yesterday. Getting that on Friday. It's not new. No, it's not new. It's in good condition. It's comes from the ladies' place that is in charge of the N.S.W thing. So, and I didn't like mine. I'm not too much of a fan of the new furniture unless you pay a real lot of money for it because it's not as good as what these old bits are. I've got a cupboard in there. I paid a real lot of money for it. It's about to just implode. Does that go down? Seems like it's going to. Just, you know, our wardrobe. So we don't have any built-in things, and that's okay. I don't mind. Never matter to me, but I'm going to get myself a new dressing table, and well, I have, and fix it up. Now this is a little bit, tiny bit bigger, I think. But once I put filling in it, it'll be alright. I'm going to say that word, stuff it again. And I did. Sorry about that, people. Okay. I've got no wheels on my chair, otherwise I could wheel myself across there, but I suppose I can get up and go and get some, put stuff to put in it. I'm going to have to end this off. I don't like it when they get too short and they start mucking about on you, eh? I feel like I want to put more decorations on it though. A bit more stuff. I showed you the pin cushion out there in the lounge room. Here's the other one, the other pink one. It's not too bad, but it's got a lot of stuff down inside of it. Look, I didn't even finish the bottom of that. But I'm going to have to take it apart and get the pins out, the needles and things. I can feel them all down in there. Have to get them all out of there. But I'll have to make myself a couple of these higher ones, I think. I eventually will find the right thing. I'll take this through underneath the back here. There you go. Just hook it down in there somewhere. Whoops, oh, don't break that again. Well, when I finish doing it, I'm going to sit it over there, over that way, and it's going to stay there. You know how that is? Well, it will, because I won't need to move it, will I? I won't need to move it. No, I won't. It'll be fine. A bit cloudy and gloomy out there today. It is. Oops. Sorry about this, people. I will get to it. Definitely have to decorate it, don't we? Only got about 10 minutes more and I've got to stop this, I think, because I've been trying to go too long. So we need to decorate it. The more I look at it, the more I think I want to put some stuff on it. Okay. The other pin cushions, I don't think I've got nothing on them, only the pins and needles and other bits and pieces that I throw at it. You sit that on there, I go, and we do sit that on there. This has got an extra edge. I'll probably be sitting things around there too. why not? Maybe I'll be able to find... I can't do that. That's just gone too far now. Gone way too far. Believe the amount of people in the doctors yesterday. That's the first time I've been in there and there's been so many people in there. I think we had to wear our masks, of course, and I think that a lot of them were in there getting their vaccination still, or the fourth one or something, a booster or something. And there was an old man in there. there was this old man in there, very nice old man. He was talking to everybody, talking to people. You know, we were just all sitting in there. Most of the people were on their phones anyway, and this man, two men and this girl, they were just talking to one another and that, and they were just talking. He said, one of them said, the old fella said to the other man, he said, I'm here today, he said, to have me flu shot. And he said, because I'm 80, I've got to pay $160. Otherwise, it would have been free, but once you got to 80, it's $160. So I come home and I told Jeremy, and then on the news it said they were free. So why on earth did that man have to pay for that? I mean, it might have been just a bit too late or something. That's ridiculous. Another bloke said, I probably won't live to that long, so it doesn't matter. I guess that was his way of dealing with it. Why would you charge an old person all that money to give him a flu shot and he needs it? You know. I live in New South Wales and I know Queensland made it a thing the other day that everybody got it free. And I really thought that everybody always got it free because I've never had it anyway and I don't intend to. I've got enough stuff in my body that I don't really want there. All these pills and things. And I don't want any more. I've seen so many people get really sick from having that. But anyway, that's my opinion, and I'll stay with that and I refuse. But anyway. So. Might have to put some decoration on this because it's just, I'm going to have to. I've got to have something, a couple of beads, a bit of something here and there, you know, a flower. Maybe I will use that other one, that big gravy. I found it's a gravy, but it's supposed to look. I suppose it's about 7 inches long, I guess. Might be a bit too big because, you got a small space here, so I don't really want anything too big. And I wish I knew where my magnets were, but, what are you going to do? You just don't know, do you? So you have to leave it at that. I might just do a couple more stitches and then I'll leave the rest of it open so I can fill it. And then you don't have to worry about it. Then you just keep stitching around the outside like this once you fill it up with the filling. So it's Wednesday. And our fellows yesterday said, oh yeah, it's the 24th or the 25th or something of May. He said, oh gee, it's nearly Christmas. But I don't know about you people, but I thought that this first part of the year went really fast. Really fast. I've got a niece, and I don't know whether she watches me or not, and it doesn't really matter that much whether she hears what I say, because I think that she maybe should tell her daughter this, because she's put a video up, not a video, but what's her name up there? She's not a niece, she's my cousin's daughter. And she's put up there that this little girl wants to get COVID. It's getting everybody else but her. Her daughter wants COVID. No, she doesn't. I don't know why her mother doesn't tell her that, because little children have died from that. And I can't understand why you'd want something, you'd want to get this. I think it's to get out of school. Well, there you go. What can I say? You know, I don't know how many of my relatives know I'm on here or that I said that, but they'll know who I'm talking about. So will her mother, I'd say, but I don't think she's got time to watch me anyway. And I'm sort of a bit devastated about that, because I think that she should say something, that little girl, about this business about wanting to get the COVID. It's killed all them people. I don't know. Children, I don't know. I think she's about 9 or 10, I think. I think I'd be rather going to school if I was her than having that. I will probably ask her on Facebook there one day what she's thinking of the kid. Maybe not. I don't know. Children are strange little people sometimes. But anyway, because they don't understand the world. And if she's seen how some people have suffered really, how people have suffered really bad and died of that, she wouldn't wish that on herself at all. Righto. So me there on me high horse. What's in here? Bits of stuff. All good. I really like a bit of stuff. These things I was getting out of something else. Oh yes, I'll have one of those. Look at that. That looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Now we can't glue it because then it won't be good. We may probably want a dangle. Do you oh, look at this nice orange thing. That could turn into a dangle. Not by itself, but with my help, maybe. Maybe with me help. Yes, I don't think I should glue them. What do you reckon? I'm not going to be putting that much glue on it, I don't think. I'll just put a few things around the edge, eh? I think like these were in something, and I'm thinking I'll get these out of there because I really like to look at them and see when you've got nice pretty things, you need to show them about, don't you? Well, see, these ones here, I'll have to have glue. Well, I can't pick things up with my fingernails and I can't pick things up without them, so I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Oh, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Yes, I like it. Here's a couple more orange beads. Maybe make a little orange string for down the side. Maybe. What do you reckon? Now, I'm not thinking about that, doing that. That's not quite the idea. Maybe I should just put them on the side here. It will work, but I'm going to put glue. I'm going to go gluing. Oh dear, I think I lost my good needle. I'm whispering. I think I lost my good needle. Well, see, I can see that that's one of them good square ones, and so is that. Like a heavy one. This one's not so grand. It's round here. Hang on a second. I'll go back this way and I'll put one here. A flower. This is a double flower, that one. I could get two out of that. Been a little bit miserly, aren't I? But I could if I wanted to. What about that one? Like that. Yeah, why not? Or here. I think I like it a bit better there where it's plainer. I'm going to cut this off here. I hope I'm not going to break that thing again. I'm going to keep hitting it. Why this part is so close together and small is because this is where, oops, that's upside down, Sonya. Only mean you know that, so don't tell anybody because I can't get the glue off that. I suppose I could have done, but... Jeremy? Call my poor husband in here again. Maybe not. Didn't hear me. It's really weird, you know, if I'm in the bathroom and he's in the bedroom, I can call him in. And he comes in, he hears me. It's real, you know, it's just, all I can say is, hey, Jeremy, are you there somewhere? If I want to talk to him, I get any help at all. Oh, dear. It's funny that I don't understand, but anyway. I suppose there's all them other things going on out there while he's doing this. What happened to that little flower? Oh, here it is on my shirt. Might have to put more stuff on, I don't know. Jeremy, can you get me a bit of that wadding up there in one of them bags? You can see the wool one or not? I think we'll put some in a small one there for me to use. Have you got one there? No, I've called you in twice now to be. You've been on the video. Is there a wool one? It says something on it. It says wool all over it. So all written all over it. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. I won't be very long. I'm going to come out and do some lunch. Here it is. Big bag full of it. He's a good fella. He's a good man. He does help me a lot with these sort of things. It's so nice. This is wool stuff. My mother used to buy this. Well, actually, my mother's bought all this. I've had this for, well, she passed away 10 years ago now, 9, 10 years ago. And I've had all this because she paid a lot of money for this a long time ago. And I thought, well, I'm not getting rid of it because I won't be able to buy it myself. Oh, well, I think she sent away too for it wasn't here in Park. It's beautiful, isn't it? Look at that. You can even spin this. But I'm not going to. I'm going to put it in my pin cushion because I just love it. Isn't it nice? Oh, I hope you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to drift it off into the abyss again. I'm going to have to go now. I'm so sorry about that. I'll probably get another video up soon, and I'll have this at the beginning of it to show you how, if I've done any, or we'll finish it up together, okay? We will do that, because I might have to put a little bit more interest on it, you know, and it might, you know, a bit more stuff. What do you reckon? Put a bit more stuff on. You can tell the difference between this and this, the acrylic one. See the difference? And you can feel it. I don't think you can smell it. You can't really, doesn't smell like sheep because of course it's been cleaned. But the cat can for some reason. He seems to know what it is. Isn't he clever? He likes it, likes the smell of it. Because he's got very high senses compared to what we are. I think. Here's me giving you a talk on cats' abilities anyway. Well, it's pretty smart, you know. He knows what I'm talking about. He's been living in this house with us for 4 years and he knows what I'm talking about. I've got different ways of telling him stuff and he remembers all what I say. The only thing that he does that really upsets me is when I'm going to the bathroom, he has to go with me. And he keeps ducking in front. He does this sort of zigzag across the hallway so I can't get past him. I don't know how that's going to work for me a bit later in life. Well, they try to be. He's protecting me. And then he sits at the door and with his back towards me. I don't know who taught him that because it wasn't me. I've had him since he was a baby, since he was born. Anyway, so that's probably enough. I don't need it to have too stuffed, do we? We want it to be nice, that's good. I might have to get that bag, hang that bag somewhere close to me so I can use it. Now let me see, let's try it out, eh? Let's put a pin in it. Uh-huh. Look at that, it works. I didn't doubt it for 1 minute. You know, it's not very straight. Look at this. But you know what? It's my piece of work. It's and I love it, and it's just what I wanted. And when I put it up here on this, I'm going to be able to sit here and where's the square ones? Throw things at the square bits. Oh, not actually, but you know what I mean. Where are they? Do you know where I put them? There it is. See, I'll be able to put my pin on the side there. Just got to stitch this bit around and stick it on. But I better go because I'm going to run out of time and that won't be good. And look, I've got little places there to put stuff. I'm going to make a little hanging thing for it out of the orange beads. Thank you for watching. I'll be back after and show you a bit more of things we can do. There's lots of things we can make. And I'm thinking about, the ideas come to you as you go along, don't they? I was thinking about making a hanging down thing there, but I don't want that because it's going to dangle in everything, isn't it? But this can sit over there above all that other stuff, you know, that you've got down here, and you can find a pin or a needle, all right? So thank you, everybody, for watching. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll catch up with you next time. Stay safe. Bye-bye. Please leave a comment, subscribe, like if you did, and see you next time. Bye-bye.